Hey guys, Chris here. It is another week on my Tuppy Temple, and not only did I lose a pound, but I gained the right to marry. How about that? Whoop whoop. So me and my roommates have been spending a lot of time getting the house ready for appraisal that's coming up this week. They're refinancing, so I spent a lot of time cleaning my room, and look, I set up this little backdrop. I'm so proud of myself, guys. I'm like getting better at this. And I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that's been really popular in a lot of videos, and what really got me thinking about this topic was a video by RJ Aguiar, and he's also known as the Not Adam. I've placed a link to the video in the description so that you guys can check it out. Basically what his video talked about was how a lot of the popular YouTubers this year especially have come out of the closet. Whether you're talking about Joey Graceffa or Ingrid Nielsen or Shane Dawson, who just came out as bisexual. And it just kind of talks about how the hot button topic right now is how are people reacting to that? What are people's reactions? Whether this is the reactions of straight viewers or straight content creators or gay content creators or bisexual content creators. I mean, obviously we have a wide spectrum here on YouTube, and that's one of the best things about YouTube as a social media site, because you get to experience so many different viewpoints that you might not necessarily understand or experience a lot in your daily life. And one of the items that he talked about that really got me thinking was the term visibility, and how we as a community are getting a lot more visibility with these YouTubers coming out. And just to get it out of the way, my opinion on the matter is that, you know, I'm so glad that these people have come to the point in their personal journey where they're comfortable sharing this huge detail about themselves. And I know there are a lot of people who say that coming out shouldn't be a big deal, and that's fine, but, you know, in a perfect world, yes, coming out wouldn't be a big deal and we could all just be ourselves. But when I think about just the things that I'm uncomfortable talking about with my 40-something subscriber channel, I can't imagine having thousands or millions of people with eyes on me and looking up to me, especially with those of them who have younger fans, and still being comfortable enough to share this detail of their lives. And not only are they sharing the fact that they are gay or bisexual, but they're sharing their journey and their struggle and the conversations with themselves that they've had to get themselves to this point. It made me think a lot back to my own coming out journey, and how when I originally came out of the closet, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was up really late, and somehow I got it in my head that I couldn't hide it anymore and I had to come out right then and there. So I sent my mom and all of my best friends, you know, a text message just kind of saying, hey, you know, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm gay and I need to put it out there in the world, because when I say it to myself, I think I'm finally going to start accepting it. And I don't know what kind of reaction I was expecting at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I just remember being in absolute hysterics because no one responded to me. And, you know, I just remember still feeling like I had let people down, and like people weren't going to accept this, because I hadn't gotten those other messages back. But slowly throughout the day, as people were actually waking up at normal times, and there is my roommate in the bathroom, I started getting responses, and I was like, okay, well, where do we go from here? And the reason that visibility was especially an issue for me was all of a sudden, for the first time in my life, I wasn't hiding, but the damage that I had done to my body was permanent and already done. So I had spent all these years eating my feelings, and finally I was at a point where I was comfortable with this one big aspect about myself, and I wasn't really in a state to take advantage of that at all. There's a huge stigma about body image and weight in the gay community, and not to perpetuate that, but just with my own personal experiences, it's been difficult being an out gay man who doesn't really have that great of a body. I'm not really in shape, and again, I'm working on that, and luckily I had a lot of other things. I shouldn't say luckily, because unfortunately they weren't maybe positive things, but I had a lot of other things distracting me after I made that personal journey. So I came out of the closet, and right away I moved back. I basically dropped out of college. At the time I was a music education major at University of Arizona, and living away from all my friends and my family just got too hard for me. So I eventually dropped out and came back and started working. And obviously while I was there, you know, of course there were some, I don't want to use the word experiences, but anyway, you know, I just came right into working and eventually started taking care of my grandmother and being her main caretaker. And, you know, all of that just kind of helped me not focus on just body image and wanting to put myself out there. What's nice about having taken some time for myself, I don't think I'm nearly as afraid of visibility as I used to be. I'm ready to be just another part of the gay community. You know, the nicest thing about all of these different YouTubers that have come out is not a single one of them fits into a certain mold. They're all drastically different, and they're all individuals. They've built their own careers doing different things, and I'm ready to join that community. You know, I'm my own person. Being gay is part of who I am, and I'm ready to stop being afraid of that part of myself. Just because I might not fit the mold of the perfect gay man, it doesn't mean that I can't go out and enjoy myself and accept who I am as part of this community. I've made so many strides just in the last few months, just losing weight, but not only losing weight, but improving my image and improving just how I take care of myself. I'm no longer afraid to show myself here and just show you guys that there are different types of people in every community, and I'm so proud to have the opportunity to show you how I live my life, just like they've shown you how they live theirs. I hope that when you guys watch my videos, you see that little bit of myself and how not only am I getting more comfortable with my appearance, but I'm just getting more comfortable being who I am. And that's me. That's Chris. I'm a gay man who makes YouTube videos and does a lot of cakes on the side. For now, guys, I want to thank you for listening to my rambling. This probably wasn't the most focused video, but it really needed to be made. So for now, I want to thank you for watching, and please take a moment to like and subscribe so that I can build my channel. I'm kind of a big deal, but I'm getting smaller every week. Thanks.